Hi teacher, I am going to talk this time that I think that is my last video to speaking evaluation. So I choose for this video the same topic that we review in Unit 9, that is about music. Yeah, I choose it because I really like it. This topic, and also as in one of the questions that you ask to us, that was about how important is the music in your life. Yeah, the music in my life is too important because I use it to almost all the things that I have to do to study. I use, for example, I used to study low music or music that don't have too much lyric like electronic music. But also I think that this topic is interesting because I don't imagine a world without without music, because a world without music will be like sad and boring, and also will be like black, will be monotony, something like that. Because in everything, in all the things that we do, we, for example, when we walk, we create sounds, and with this, for example, we could create a good melody. For example, doing this, just doing this, we could create a good melody. And also, for example, in one movie that uh, I saw when I was 12 years old, yes, something like that. Um, in that movie, I think the name of that movie was Caveman. In that movie, for example, in what part of the movie they express, for example, how the humanity create the music. And it happened, for example, they were in a group, and one of the members of the group touched two rocks and made made a good song. So they started to continue with that, another people with another thing, and another people with another thing, and then they create a good melody. And they maybe could be true because, for example, only, as I said, doing this you could create a good melody that that could be a good way where the music has been created. And also the music has I think, yeah, in all the times, because with music, for example, here in Ecuador and all the Latin American countries, were used, for example, to ceremonial things, for example, to the ceremonial to the moon or to the sun. They use the instruments like ampoñas, and also all these instruments that are used in folklore uh, bands like jarcas. Yes, because this this kind of instruments uh, avoid you to create sounds like natural and also interesting. But also, I think that the music could avoid you to express your feelings about, I don't know, whatever topic that you want. For example, if you are if you fall in love with something, with someone, sorry, with someone, you could create a song to her or to her or to him, to describe her or him. So that's in one way. But also, for example, you could create a song to talk about, for example, the humanity has the humanity or the politics, like in rap or hip hop was made in the past, especially because in the past rap and rap and hip hop. The lyrics of this kind of music was to express the disconformance of with the government. Yes, the that's why the music also avoid. And also, uh, I think that, for example, the music, as everything in this world, has changed in a big way. Because in the past, I think I'm not sure, but the majority of the songs has a low rhythm. Yes, because I don't know. In this, for example, for classic music, the principal instrument to make it was the piano. Yeah, and it has a good sound and melody. But nowadays we have a lot of variety of instruments, but and also we could create songs with only the computer. So we can nowadays we could create and mix different kind of of songs. That's why that nowadays the electronic music has has hit pretty hard, and that's why that electronic music has been divided into many different genres. Yes, that's why, and the music don't have limit about that. Reference also, I think that music has a cultural, as I said in the in the past, has a cultural meaning also. For example, here in Ecuador, the typical music that my fathers listened listening was, for example, pasillo, pasacalle. If you hear the lyrics of these songs, has a low rhythm and talk about, for example, the law, but also talk about, for example, something about our cultural, something about here of the culture of here in Ecuador. For example, the song called Vasija de Barro. That's one of the best example of that. But also, I think that the music, one thing that the music don't change in don't change enough is that the lyrics of almost all the music, all the songs, has something in reference to the love. I think that because nowadays all these new kind of music like reggaeton and all this are about, for example, a girl or something that, for example, you see a girl and you like her and something like that. But almost all the all the music was inspired for with the love, and that's something interesting because if you think, yeah, you could do whatever, for example, whatever kind of lyric in reference, for example, to your ex-girlfriend, for example. If you have good memories, you could do that, or or something like that. That's why, for example, Paquita, she made also songs about their experience about the love. That's why she made that kind of music that is, for me, is funny, but has something that is that happens in the real life. Yeah, that's why I think that the music is too important, and that's why I do this video to talk about that. Bye. Thank you.